Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time this video gets to you. As a continuation from my last video, I was talking about spending time with God, building a relationship with God. And people will be like, how do you spend time with God? How do you build a relationship with God? Or what's the duration that you are going to use as a yardstick to measure your relationship with God? I'm going to be reading a verse from the Bible because, like I said, the Bible is the manual of life. So we always have to make reference to the Bible. And as a Christian or as a growing Christian, you always have to want to, read the Bible, have an understanding of the Bible so that you will not be lost along the line, because there are so many confusing things about God because his ways are not our ways. And I will tell you, there are sometimes you will pray. There's the silent hour of God, which you feel that, okay, you have prayed and you have prayed and you have prayed, that you have touched heaven. You have touched the walls of heaven. Like your prayer has ascended and you have this confidence. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. He will answer your prayers when he wants to answer it, and if he feels you need that prayer to be answered. So if you don't need that prayer to be answered, there are so many prayers that we have prayed, and so many fathers of faith, mothers of faith will tell you from experience, never be answered. So you have to have that at the back of your mind as a growing Christian, that he knows what is best for me. Give him the will and just sit down in the passenger seat and let him drive you to your destination. That's if you give him the will. You will always keep tabs with your driver. Where are we going? Where have we gotten to? That is the relationship we're talking about. That is the building relationship where we're talking about. Now, down to our prayer life. Let's go to Romans 12:12. Be joyful in hope, patience in affliction, fearful in prayer. Be joyful. So meaning that you have God driving you to your destination. Let's use driving as a case study in this, or as an example in this context. We are going to Lagos from Warri, because I live in Warri. And we get to roundabout. You know that, okay, this is roundabout. Then we get to that expressway that you don't know where it is, but the driver knows where he is going to. Okay, there's a landmark, Ore. You get to Ore, now you know that, okay, we're close to Lagos. Then you get to the park in Lagos. That is when you know, okay, we have gotten to the destination. If you can trust a driver that you don't know, maybe he's an informant of a bandit group or a kidnapping group, why not trust God regardless of not seeing what he's doing yet? Because you don't know the routes, you don't know the road. Most of us don't know, but we are sure that we're going to get to our destination. So, to our prayer life. The Bible says we should be joyous in hope. That's always choose happiness. Have hope that you are living a life that the Lord wants you to live. As far as you keep your life in his hands and you try as much as possible to be faithful, he is going to come in for you. And also, he said we should be patient in affliction. That's what I said in my first video. I said, you are going to be afflicted. That you are a Christian does not make you untouchable. God will test your love. He will permit Satan to test your love for him. Because he needs to know that he can trust you with your love that you show to him. How do we test love? Through hard times. Who is there for you during hard times? When times are better for you, you remember the person. That's the same thing with God. So, we should always be patient in affliction and faithful in our prayer. Now it gets to the point that I want to make. Like I will always say, nobody should be, you should have someone you look up to, like a father of faith, a mother of faith, but nobody should tell you that this is the hours you need to pray. You have to build your prayer life, and it does not happen in one day. At times, you might just want to be in the presence of the Lord, play Christian music, just tell him few things, enjoy his presence. And how do you feel the presence of the Lord? You are going to feel this calmness in your spirit. Sometimes you cry. That is why when Africans make it seem that men don't cry, men cry. Men cry. Because God is the only being that can take a broken soul and make something out of it. Come on, we're made out of dust. We're made out of dust. Keep that in mind. Make it an habit to always, even if it's 5 minutes a day, always set a time. Okay, from 6 o'clock to 6:10 or 6:05, I will always be in the presence of the Lord. You will see that the hunger will increase. So it does not mean as young people we have to pray for 100 hours. It will get to a point where you have a lot to tell God. But take your time as far as you are building it with God. That is my message to you. And I hope you have a nice day. And remember to take God through your day. Make him your friend. Talk to him. And you will see that the day will be lighter. Do have a lovely day. And you will see me again very soon. Thank you.